build its walls, from fear, from shame, from earned defeat. We lock the doors to sacred things and call that wisdom strong and neat. The holy felt like guarded ground, reserved for better lives than ours. We named ourselves unfit to enter and learned to worship from afar. Yet God does not defend His grace with iron locks or lifted swords. He opens what we closed with fear and steps beyond our guarded doors. A door left open by God in flesh and borrowed breath, an invitation carved in love that even enters death. No gate to climb, no code to know, no worthiness required, just open hands and weary hearts, and grace already fired. The stable was not chosen well by standards we defend, yet heaven called it wide enough to welcome broken men. No threshold mark, no warning sign, no sacred guard stood near, just God arriving unannounced and drawing sinners here. A door left open by God where all the lost could come, the poor, the shamed, the overlooked were suddenly at home. For holiness had left the heights and moved into the low, and mercy learned to stand where we had nowhere left to go. The child would grow to eat with thieves, to touch the sick, forgive the lost, to open doors with wounded hands and count it worth the cost. He'd say the kingdom was at hand, not locked behind the law, but waiting like an open room with grace upon the floor. A door left open by God that no one else could close. Not guilt, nor fear, nor failing past, nor enemies we chose. For love had found another way through flesh and fragile skin, and God Himself had crossed the line and welcomed strangers in. The cross would look like final locks, like doors forever sealed, yet even there the hinge would break and mercy be revealed. The stone would move, the grave would open, proving what began that night, that that God does not retreat from love or close the door to life. A door left open by God, still standing open wide, for every heart that fears it's late, for every soul denied. The manger was the first sign given that grace would always stay, that God prefers an open door to power's guarded way. So come inside without your mask, without your practice plea. The door was open long before you ever came to see. For unto us a child was born, the lock was broken then. The world would never be the same. God let us all walk in. A door left open by God, let every heart believe that heaven has not barred the way or asked us first to prove. The open door is Christ Himself, the welcome made of breath, and love still waits with open arms, stronger than fear or death. The world was holding its breath that night. No thunder spoke, no crown in sight, just borrowed walls and a fragile flame, a quiet place that never knew its name. The stars lean low like listening hearts. Heaven paused before the start. No trumpet sounded, no doors were wide, yet hope was born where the poor reside. In the stillness of the night, when the earth was hushed and small, a promise wrapped in flesh and light came softly through the darkened hall. No sword, no fire, no royal throne, just mercy learning how to breathe. The word became a fragile song and sang His way to me. A child asleep on humble hay, while angels watched from far away. The hands that shaped the dust and sea, now curled in human infancy. The weight of stars upon His chest, the Maker learning how to rest. The ancient voice, the great I am, now known by tears and beating hands. In the stillness of the night, sky bent down in grace. Eternal love stepped into time and wore a human face. No armor bright, no banner raised, just glory hidden, meek and mild. The hope of every broken age was cradled as a child. A mother's breath, a father's fear, the sound of heaven drawing near. The promise whispered long ago, now flesh and bone, now here below. From David's root, from Jesse's tree, a shoot of living prophecy. The light the darkness could not bind, the Savior of the searching kind. In the stillness of the night, while shepherds kept their lonely ground, the heavens opened like a wound, and grace came pouring down. Good news was sung to trembling men who smelled of sheep in open fields, that God had come to walk with them and share the weight they feel. No palace held his fragile cry, no silken cloth, no silver sky. Yet kings would bow, though far away, to light they'd follow night and day. The child who fed on mercy's milk would one day wear the sinner's guilt. The hands that reached for mother's face would bear the marks of saving grace. In the stillness of the night, hope learned the language of our pain. The Holy stepped in fragile skin to walk our dust, to wear our name. Emmanuel, not far, not high, but close enough to hear us breathe. God with us in the dark of life, God close to all our needs. Oh come, oh light, the prophet saw, oh word made flesh, oh living law. The dawn that breaks the longest night, the seed of peace, the root of light, still born where hearts are torn and poor, still knocking at the weakest door, still wrapped in faith and humble trust, still rising from our fragile dust. In the stillness of the night, let every weary heart make room for love that chose the manger's floor instead of heaven's throne. For unto us a child was given, our hope, our peace, our only breath. The silence broke and God was here, and nothing's been the same since then. For centuries we watched the road with tired eyes and fragile hope, the promise spoken then delayed, like winter fields where seeds are laid. We learn the language of the dark. We learn to pray with broken hearts. The prophets sang of coming dawn, while generations waited on. A light for those who waited, a fire beneath the ash, a whisper in the silence, a promise holding fast. Through exile chains and restless years, through doubt, through tears, through pain, a child was forming quietly while heaven learned our name. The nights grew long, the questions deep. The silence taught our souls to weep. Yet every star that pierced the sky still hinted God was drawing nigh. Isaiah spoke of borrowed breath, a child who'd swallow death, a king whose crown was peace alone, a throne where mercy's grown. A light for those who waited, for the bruised and bent and small, for those whose prayers felt unanswered and whose faith leaned on the wall. The zeal of God would break the night, not by force, not by blade, but love would come in helpless form, and fear would be afraid. The people walked in shadowed land, with trembling hope held in their hands. The law revealed the holy line, but grace was still ahead in time. And suddenly, without a sound, the answer touched the ground. No shout of war, no judgment cry, just heaven breathing lullabies. A light for those who waited in the darkness of their years, a flame no storm could smother, a cure for ancient fears. The word stepped into human skin, and time began to bend. The long night cracked, the dawn arrived, and hope was born again. Abraham to David's throne, from wandering hearts to silent bones, each promise kept though slowly drawn, now waking with the coming morn. The child who slept on borrowed hay was Israel's yes and amen. Faithfulness of God made small, enough to dwell with men. A light for those who waited, for the meek and the oppressed, for those who feared that God had turned His face away from them. Good news arrived on quiet feet, not clothed in might or flame, but wrapped in flesh with beating heart, and Jesus was His name. Oh, nations, come and lift your eyes. The waiting ends, the day is nigh. No longer bound by sin and night, the captive finds their sight. The root of Jesse starts to bloom in Bethlehem's confined room. What kings desired but never saw, now breathes beneath the law. A light for those who waited, still rise still calling hearts from shadowed roads toward mercy, truth, and light. For unto us a child was born, our sorrows holy end. The God who promised through the years has come to dwell with men. And even now when hope feels thin, when silence weighs like ancient sin, we look again to manger floor and trust the dark no more. For he who came in quiet grace still meets us in this place. The waiting ends, the light has come, and love has won its way to us. The night was cold on Bethlehem's plains, where shepherds learned the shape of pain. Their days were long, their names unknown. They lived where stars and silence groaned. No priests, no crowns, no sacred halls, just watchful eyes and restless calls. They guarded sheep and guarded scars beneath indifferent distant stars. Yet peace was coming for the Lord, for hands too rough, for hearts too slow. The mercy heaven long had planned was walking toward their open land. Peace on the fields of fear, where shadows stretched like chains, where men had learned to trust the dark and pray through quiet pain. Peace on the fields of fear, where hope had learned to hide. The sky would tear and heaven would speak to hearts the world denied. The silence broke like sudden flame, not fire of wrath, not words of blame, but glory clothed in living sound lit trembling hearts upon the ground. Do not be afraid, the angels cried, for joy had come to occupy the spaces fear had always owned, the places hearts had wept alone. Good news was spoken into dust to those the city wouldn't trust. A Savior born this very night wrapped heaven's strength in fragile light. Peace on the fields of fear, for those who never knew if God still saw their weary lives, or heard what they went through. Peace on the fields of fear, the lowest lifted high, for heaven chose the poor and plain to to be the first nearby. No sword was drawn, no battle planned, yet darkness lost its firmest stand. For peace was not a fragile truce, but God Himself turned loose. The child asleep in David's town would one day wear a thorny crown. Yet first He came where hearts were torn, to prove no soul was left ignored. The shepherds ran with shaking feet to find the sign the angel spoke. A manger low, a mother's eyes, a holy child with human cries. Peace on the fields of fear, where animals drew breath, where glory hid in fragile skin, and life lay close to death. Peace on the fields of fear, where hope had lost its way. Now heaven slept on borrowed straw, and night began to break. They knelt beside unguarded grace, no veil between that sacred space, just awe and tears and trembling praise that God would come in such a way. They left as different men that night, their darkness pierced by holy light. Still poor, still small, still unknown, yet never again alone. Peace on the fields of fear still echoes through the years, still whispered into anxious hearts, still louder than our fears. For He who came to shepherds first still seeks the low and weak, still meets us in our broken fields, and calls the humble meek. So let the proud pass by the door that heaven opened on the floor, for peace was never meant to rise from power, wealth, or human pride. It comes where hearts are bare and true, where fear is named and mercy too, where night is honest, hope is thin, and God is welcomed in. Peace on the fields of fear, let every watcher hear the child who calmed the angel host still draws his people near. For unto us good news was born, not distant, not severe, that God made flesh our living peace is standing with us here. No marble walls, no gilded throne, no trumpet blast, no claims of Rome. The holy came without a guard and slept beneath the open stars. The one who set the planets wide now knew a mother's gentle sigh. breath that filled the lungs of seas now trembled with human need. The manger holds the mighty, the weak now carry strong. The author of creation has entered his own song. No crown of gold, no robe of flame, no armies at his side, yet all the weight of heaven's hope in fragile flesh resides. The hands that carve the mountain's frame reach now for shelter, warmth, and name. The voice that told the light to rise now learned to cry in lullabies. All wisdom wrapped in infant sleep, all glory resting soft and deep. The power that could still the storm now held by arms that meant no harm. The manger holds the mighty, infinite made small. The one who filled eternity now waits for mercy's call. No lightning tore the midnight sky, no fire fell from above, yet love arrived more fierce than wrath, disguised as helpless love. Prophet spoke of strength and rain, of justice flowing like the rain, yet none could see how God would choose to wear the weakness we refuse. For pride had built its towering walls, where mercy rarely ever calls. But God stepped low beneath our sight and turned the dark into his light. The manger holds the mighty, where ox and lamb drew breath. The life that swallowed death itself lay inches from its death. The one who formed the dust of man now shared the dusty floor, to show no place, no heart, no life was ever closed before. Oh Bethlehem, so small, so plain, you bore the cure for every pain, from feeding throat to lifted cross, from human gain to holy loss. The child who slept on borrowed hay would bear the sins we could not pay, yet first he came without a claim to teach us mercy's name. The manger holds the mighty, still teaching hearts to see that strength is born in yielding love, and power bends the knee. That God is nearest to the low and far from human pride. That heaven's throne is found where love is willing to abide. So let us lay our weapons down, our fragile crowns, our false renown, and kneel where humble mercy lies, with open hearts and open eyes. For God is not impressed by might, or dazzled by our brightest light. He comes where faith is thin but true, and makes all things made new. The manger holds the mighty, let every heart make room for grace that chose the lowest place to be our highest hope. For unto us the Lord has come, not distant, not denied, but clothed in flesh, Emmanuel, forever at our side. So let us lay our weapons down, our fragile crowns, our false renown, and kneel where humble mercy lies, with open hearts and open eyes. For God is not impressed by might, or dazzled by our brightest light. He comes where faith is thin but true, and makes all things made new. The manger holds the mighty, let every heart make room for grace that chose the lowest place to be our highest hope. For unto us the Lord has come, not distant, not denied, but clothed in flesh, Emmanuel, forever at our side.